In this video, I'd like to talk about a little bit about what I learned from this book, System Performance, and it's actually for developers, for DevOps, for everybody who is in tech. But actually, what I learned from this book actually was in the very first chapter, so it's a really heavy book, but I'm going to read it because it has a lot of good things, and I'm going to share everything with you. But the very first thing I wanted to share with you, and actually, it's not only about tech. It's not just about who are actually developers, but actually the thing I learned from this, you can apply it to other things in lives. And by learning, I mean that actually it is aligned with what I know already. So a little bit of background. What I've been doing is that I've been doing web development, data science, machine learning. I used to be data scientist, machine learning engineer, backend developer, and nowadays I'm a data engineer, senior data engineer. And I've been all over the place, and I've been in kinds of related fields in tech. And what I'm going to share with you is that it doesn't matter where you are working right now, and it doesn't matter you can apply it even to other things in life, and it makes it a lot easier for you to understand things and to find solutions, to first of all to find a problem actually, and then find a solution. So if you don't find the problem, it's not possible to find a solution. There are a lot of times in life, it doesn't matter, it's in your marriage, it's in your relationship with your parents, relationship with your colleagues. It doesn't matter if it's a project you're working on, your thesis. The problem most of the time is that there are sometimes that you have problem with yourself. The problem is that you don't know even in the first place what's the problem, and this is something you need to understand. And to understand it, you need to understand what you need to put everything you know about you, about relationships, about everything, about the system, about the environment. You put everything you know on the paper. And this is actually this book starts with. So if I go to the very first chapter, it's going to be here. Yeah. So here in introduction, it's actually in the systems performance section, and it says that if you don't have a diagram of your environment showing the data path, find one or draw it yourself. It will help you to understand the relationships between components and help ensure that you don't overlook whole areas. And this is really aligned with what I already knew. I worked at multiple companies over the past 7 years, 4 or 5 companies. And in all these companies, the very first thing I saw when I joined the company is that first you need to know your colleagues, the structure of the department, and the projects you have, the projects they have, the tools, and all the complexities and all the relationships. And it's always really easy to go to single project, to look at the code, look at the instructions, and try to run it. But usually, most of the time, it's much harder to actually combine things together, to understand the big picture, the relationships, because mostly all the systems have been evolved through time. And usually when different tools come together, there is no actual document about that. So yeah, I'm not talking actually about systems. You can extend it, you can apply it to other fields. For instance, in relationships, First, it's really simple. With your wife, with your partner, with your spouse, with your parents, it's so easy. With your friends, at the beginning you don't know each other, you start learning about each other, and through time more complexities gets added to the system, to this relationship. And after a period of time, it's so damn difficult to understand the big picture. And the very first thing you need to do, so especially if you want to work at a company, and also can apply to other fields of life, but specifically for this video I'm talking about working in a tech industry, working in a tech company, whatever, as a developer, as a DevOps, whatever you're doing. Or it's not even tech, some other, if you're a cook, you first, where you when you go to a kitchen, you need to understand different tools, different setup, different menus, different ingredients. You need to know your colleagues. So very first thing, you just need to put the pieces together. uh, Try to have a pen and paper always with you, and try to write down everything you face, and just try to connect them together. And when it comes to data engineering, the very first thing we are interested in, or even backend development, is like the beginning of data and where it ends, you know. And this pipeline, the start point and the end point, is very important. And that way you can understand different layers. The very first layer, we have like user, the client, and then we have CDNs, and then we have like servers, and then we have like the backend have microservices, and then eventually and then we return the response. It's all also kind of same in data engineering, and you can also apply this to other fields in other areas. So now I highly suggest you read this book. Actually, I'm kind of in the first 50 page. I'm not that deep into this book yet, but I promise, as I learn more, I will share it with you. And I don't want to like be this kind of productivity type of channels that just try to come up with fancy videos. I want to give you some tangible, real experience. And yeah, and I hope you learn something from this point. And please share with me what you think. It is this simple trick or simple tip. Does it work for you? Is it useful or not? But yeah, thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.